my curtains, aren't they so beautiful? Sorry, I had to make sure I was actually recording because sometimes I can't really tell and it's just a real big pain. But, hey guys, it's Ash, and today I'm gonna, do a remake of my old video I made in November, about how to stretch your ears. Please, I'll put the link in the description below, but please don't even bother watching it. I think I'm going to take it down after I make this because I feel really guilty about, leaving it up because it totally gives you the wrong information. I was, a beginning stretcher, I guess you could say, back then, so I really had no idea what I was doing, and I thought I was so cool for giving everyone advice and everything, but it was really the wrong advice. So I'm just, I'm here to tell you how to do it the proper way. Obviously, I am more experienced. My ears are stretched to 2 gauge. I mean, I know that's not the biggest size, but it's been a while. It took a while to get to this size, so obviously I'm way more educated than I was when I was at a 14, which was way back when. So yeah, this is basically a remake. If you see me looking down at my phone, most of the time it's because I wrote some notes down on here, so I remember to have all my information that I want to tell you guys, and yeah, so I just don't forget anything. Okay, so first things first. If you want to stretch your ears, obviously you need your ears pierced. But if you don't have your ears pierced already, don't use a piercing gun. Using a piercing gun is the worst thing ever for your ears because it ruptures your ears. It doesn't go through all the way. It still leaves some extra tissue and everything. It's just a really bad idea. Now, if you got your ears pierced with a piercing gun when you were 3 or really little, even 5 or 6, and you're let's say 14 or 19 or whatever around that age range, then that's perfectly okay because obviously your ears are healthy and fine if you had them pierced that long of a time without infection or everything, or if you cleared infection. So basically your ears are good to go if you got them done at a young age. If they aren't pierced now, then go to a professional piercer by you and get them done with a needle because it's 10 times better than using it with a piercing gun, and you'll have less problems and you'll be ready to stretch your ears. But you won't be ready from the start. You won't be ready right after you get them pierced. You have to wait at least 6 months or more for your ears to completely heal. Because your ears, it's like a fresh piercing. Let's say you got your lip pierced. You can't change the jewelry yet until it's been at least 6 or 12 months, basically. Now, I'm not an expert on that. It's just my estimate range on how long you have to wait. Obviously, they'll tell you that after you get your ears pierced. But yes, if you want to have your ears stretched, then you're probably going to have to wait a long time if you're just getting them pierced now. I'm sorry to say, but waiting is better than making a mistake now and doing it fast and having something really bad happen to your ears. Okay, so let's say that it's been 6 to 12 months and you just got your ears pierced, or you're making the decision that you finally want your ears pierced if you got them already pierced as a younger child. Basically, you're just ready to stretch. Okay, here are the things you'll need. You're going to need tapers/pinchers. Tapers are more easier to find, and they're way better, honestly, so I'd probably go with tapers, but some people use pinchers, which is fine. You're going to need tapers/pinchers, you're either going to need jojoba oil or jojoba oil, however you say that, vitamin E oil, or antibacterial soap. Either 3 of those things. Don't use Vaseline or ointment or something like that because that is really bad for your ears, and it's not a lubricant for your ears. It's just really bad. So yes, either jojoba oil, vitamin E oil, or antibacterial soap. Either 3 of those will work perfectly fine for you. And you're also going to need plugs afterwards. Those usually come with the tapers or pinchers, but if they don't, you're going to have to buy those separately. Because you can't leave tapers or pinchers in your ear because they distribute uneven weight and they won't let your ears heal properly. Now, there's this whole acrylic steel epidemic thing going on, fighting, that it's so bad to use acrylic or whatever. Look, I stretched my ears with acrylic and honestly, they're perfectly fine, but it's not the best way to go. If you want to make sure that you're going to have no problems and your ears are going to be perfectly fine, you should stretch them with surgical steel tapers or pinchers. Like if you're like a little bit nervous about doing it and you really don't want to have any problems, like you want to make sure that your like ears are gonna be fine, I honestly would use surgical steel. I didn't, and my ears are fine. But if you want to take a risk, use acrylic. Usually nothing bad happens, but like it's the world. You never know what's gonna happen. Sometimes things just like come up by accident and it's not your fault, and so if you don't really care about having a risk or whatever, you could go with acrylic. It's fine, but if you want to make sure you're perfectly okay, then use surgical steel. I suggest surgical steel, but I didn't use that, so I probably shouldn't be talking. But yeah, surgical steel is 10 times better than acrylic, so I would go with surgical steel. Now, when you're stretching, I have tapers. Let's see, I have a pair right here. These are my tapers for my 2G. I'll take them out right now. Ah, shit just fell everywhere. Oh my god, what the fuck? Malfunction. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so this is what a taper looks like. I would give you an example of a pincher, but I haven't used pinchers in such a long time, so I really don't have one. Yes, but this is what a taper looks like. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to take either your jojoba oil, vitamin E oil, or your antibacterial soap, and you're going to massage. You're going to take out regular earrings and massage your ear. You want to make sure that your ear is perfectly lubricated, and you want to make sure there's no problems. I suggest taking a hot shower first because it softens up your ear tissue and it makes it 10 times easier to stretch. And also when you're stretching, you want to start off with a 16 or a 14G. Now, you might want to start off with a 16 if you just got them pierced recently. You would use a 16, but if you got them done at a young age, I started with a 14, it was perfectly fine. So at a young age, 14 gauge you start with. If you just got them pierced recently, start with a 16 gauge. So that's basically how it starts. Now, after you rubbed your ears with the certain lubricant that you chose with, you're going to put some, and you also have to wash these thoroughly because you don't know where they've been. Even if they're packaged, you still want to make sure that you don't get an infection. So yes, wash these first and then put the lubricant on the taper, and then you slowly push it through. I obviously can't show you right now because I have my plugs in, but you slowly push it all the way through. You don't want to force it because that can cause a blowout or a tearing of the ear, and that is not good. You're not going to want that. It might affect your stretching ability in the future, so you might not be able to stretch your ears if you get a blowout and ripping your ear. It's happened to me before. It sucked. Like, I got so excited, and it just brought all my dreams crashing down. So yes, you want to do it very slowly. If you feel extreme pain, like when stretching your ears, you're obviously going to feel a little pinch because you're stretching your skin. Obviously, it's going to hurt a tiny bit. But if you feel extreme pain, you want to stop. Listen to your body. Your ears are not ready. Just wait for them, take them out, put in the size under jewelry, and just wait for them to heal. Wait a few more weeks and then try again. Don't try it the next day because obviously your ears haven't healed in such a short amount of time. Please just, if you feel extreme pain, don't risk it. Take them out and do it the smart way. So let's say it went all the way through. That's perfect. I would suggest leaving in the tapers for about 5 minutes. Remember, you don't want to wear them all the time because they distribute uneven weight. But basically, after you wait about 5 minutes, just so your ear gets used to the size that it's at, you're going to carefully take out your taper. Yeah, you're going to take out the taper, and then you're going to put some lubricant on the plug, and you're going to slowly push the plug through. And then obviously it's probably going to have O-rings, which are these little guys, and you're going to put the O-rings on both sides of your plug. And that's basically how the whole stretching process works. And here's a tip of advice. A lot of people get really impatient. You have to wait 4 to 6 weeks for you to stretch again, at least 4 to 6 weeks. Usually if you wait longer, like a few months, it makes the stretching process next time so much easier. Trust me, I waited like 2 months to stretch from a 4G to a 2G, and it slid right through, and it was just perfect. Like, it worked out so well. So yeah, that's basically the time span. You can't stretch them the next week because obviously your ears haven't healed in time, and you really don't want to risk ripping your ear or doing something stupid just because you're getting impatient. And never skip sizes. I can never stress that enough. People who skip sizes, they think it's so cool because they're going to get there faster. No, skipping sizes is horrible for your ears because you're not taking it step by step like the right way. You're trying to look for a shortcut, and shortcuts are never good. It's like basically like cheating on a test. You don't want to do that because you're going to get caught. Most of the people get caught by their teacher. It's like that, except it's way more horrible than just getting caught by a teacher. It could cause extreme blowout, extreme ripping of your ears, and it causes a lot of pain. Please don't skip sizes. Take it step by step. It's a long process, but you have your whole life ahead of you, and you're going to have tons of time to stretch your ears. Okay, so I think I basically hit all the points that I wanted to make. If I didn't, I'm going to leave them down below in the description box, so you could look there just in case. And if I missed anything else too, there's plenty of other stretching videos on YouTube, so you can look there too. I really hope you have a safe stretching experience, and I hope it's so much fun for you, because stretching my ears was so much fun for me, and it's just perfect. Oh wait, I just remembered something. If you want it, a lot of people, sometimes when they stretch your ears, they're very young, like I am, and sometimes they don't want them when they're older. If you don't want a permanent hole in your ear, the size that you want to stop at is a 00 gauge. So if you want your ears to heal up in the future, then stop at a 00. After 00, your ears won't close up without surgery, and surgery that's expensive, and it's just, it costs a lot of money, and it's really not worth it, because you did that to your own ears. So if you want to, let's say you don't like them anymore and you want to close them up, don't go past the 00. And the 00 is like, after that's like the danger zone. If you want to stay in the safe zone, and so if you want to take them out and they'll close up easily, stay away from after the 00. Okay, I think that's all my points now. Sorry if I'm bothering you guys. I love you all, my demon unicorns. Have a fabulous day.